Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Dance.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
I'm here with the main event of K4 Superbrawl. Who's yawning on the podcast right off the jump? I got Derrick Patterson. We got our audio problems fixed, and we're ready to go, man. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'd love to have you on here, man. Like, you're the main eventer. We got to get you on there. I know you're busy driving around. You got to sit behind your steering wheel, crashing into nothing while we're talking.
No, I was watching someone got a ticket out there.
Oh, man. I just took care of my ticket. I had a ticket. I had to jump out of work early today, like right at 4:30, because I had to go over to Tonawanda and get my ticket taken care of. Got a headlight ticket. Yes, I had to fix that stupid shit on lunch and everything. You're fighting Matt Valencia from Rigoro Gym. How do you feel about him, and what do you know about him?
Not much. I just seen a couple of his fights. He fights pretty good. Seems like be a pressure guy, keeps going.
Yeah, he's got good, it looks like he's got good hands too, like his hands are like always up in the way. It looks like you're getting him to the body a little bit. It looks like he's kind of weak to the body. So we'll see how the fight goes. How do you think you're gonna do in this fight?
Pretty good.
He's pretty good. I seen you and it seems like when you're fighting in K4, you just move like a little bit better. Everything just seems a little bit closer for you. It seems like you're seeing things. You had that phenomenal head kick knockout, one of the best knockouts in K4 history. Matt Cowler kind of took that away from you with that comeback from behind head kick. But up until then, I thought you had the best head kick in K4 history. It was an awesome knockout. I thought you looked really, really good against Brandon Schultz. I think you showed how good you can elbow. You elbowed him, and you both looked at each other like, man, that was a good elbow. That was like one of the coolest moments from that whole card. Dude, you hit him so hard, you both looked at each other like, man, that shouldn't be legal. And I really
For a
like
second,
that.
I forgot I can do it. I was just like, oh yeah, I can elbow. I just kind of threw it.
It worked out great, man. It was really loud. It was very percussive. It was a very good elbow. Have you been working on your elbows for this fight?
Can I elbow?
I don't know.
I know it's pro kickboxing.
I think you can elbow. We should probably find out the rules, right?
Yeah. I know of Muay Thai, but I believe this is kickboxing. So
yeah, it is kickboxing. I didn't know that you could outrun kickboxing. You're probably right. You probably know more than me. I'm sure you know the rules better than I do. I forgot that it was I was talking with you. I was thinking about the other fight. I forgot that this one is a kickboxing fight instead of Muay Thai. Why is that? Why is that? Was that your choice, his choice, or just kind of what happened?
It's kind of what happened. I was cool with either kickboxing or Muay Thai. Didn't matter to me.
I think K1's like very good for your style too. I think it allows you to use your conditioning a little bit more because you have one of the best gas tanks I've ever seen, man. I don't think I've ever seen you tired. Maybe wrestling practice. I think you got you tired in wrestling practice that one time.
Yeah.
But
so those up downs suck.
Well, I'm sorry. Oh, the up downs. Yeah, the up downs do suck, and that breaks everyone, especially after that practice, man. It was a really tough practice, and then up downs. It doesn't get harder than that, but that means you're working and you're getting done what you need to get done. So I hate to bring this up, but I have to. How did you feel when they took your gloves off and they DQ'd you after you won that fight?
Pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just felt like I'd done enough to win, and it kind of sucked that happened. I didn't think they were gonna disqualify me. I thought, I don't know. They just gave me a motion like, oh, just go get your or go do the the hand raising thing, and I just thought, but I don't know. That kind of sucked.
It really sucked. They didn't read the scorecards, did they? They just announced the DQ.
I think they. I don't remember actually. I thought they did read the scorecards, but then they just said disqualification after. I don't
Yeah,
remember. They might have. I don't know.
I went back and I made sure I got the scorecards, and you won in all the scorecards. So
Mm,
like even in the judges' eyes, you won that fight. I talked with the commissioner for hours, and I actually had him on a podcast like 5 or 6 podcasts ago, and we actually talked about this again too, and like how many times I bothered him. I actually ran out of gas talking to him, and then I had to push my car to the gas station while I was talking with him. I was pretty hot, and but he understood a little bit. But
mm,
man, that sucks so bad. I had that blue belt for you. Like
mm,
I already awarded you a blue belt. Like you definitely deserve it.
mm.
I thought it would be such a cool thing to give it to you in the cage from a Muay Thai fight to give you a blue belt.
Yeah,
Like it was so perfect, such a perfect moment, and
yeah.
it was such a perfect fight. Like you control the distance the whole fight. Like it was beautiful. I don't think you were in trouble once in that fight. How did you feel in that fight?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I remember getting hit maybe like, well, punched like 2 times. Um, I got caught with a lot of leg kicks too, but
Yeah,
didn't hurt too
Brandon
bad.
was a super good fighter. I thought he carried
Yeah.
the fight really good in his other fights, and you totally dominated the range on him.
Yeah.
How do you think you'll match up with Matt? Matt's like a pretty orthodox guy. I haven't seen him fight southpaws too much. You're already hard to
Yeah.
get the range on. Do you think that's something that really helps you being southpaw and ranger, or you think it's just your movement and your range?
Ask the question again.
So you're a southpaw. For everyone that doesn't know, that means Derek's left-handed. So he stands right foot forward instead of left foot forward. Normally your dominant hand would be in the back. Derek's
Mm,
dominant hand is in the back, so his right foot's forward. So we call that southpaw. And you do such a good job controlling the action,
mhm,
and you're tall, right? So
yeah.
you have a lot of range, and you usually keep the range really well, and you make
Mhm.
people look bad. Do you think it's hard to hit you because of your range, or do you think it's hard to hit you because you're southpaw, or do you think it all comes together for you?
Uh, it kind of all comes together for me. I'm good at just seeing everything, and my footwork and stuff is good at keeping the distance, and you know, just sort of countering and being offensive when I need to and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mickey said,
Yeah.
"Nah, he have good range either side," and then you say he just gets it. In
Yeah.
the other podcast, Brandon said the only thing you could do better is hit a little bit harder in practice. So little Brandon says you don't hit him hard enough in practice.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And then I told him like that's not the case when you fight in the cage, and that's where it really
No.
matters. Like you should be thankful. So if you do decide to start hitting all your training partners a little bit harder, just remember Brandon said that and not me, and I would
Yeah.
prefer not to hit harder than you hit me already. Um,
Got it.
Mickey texted me during that podcast. And he's like, "Oh, there's no
Mm,
way Derek hits so hard. He hits way harder than Malik."
mm.
Uh, so Derek, Mickey's totally on your side. How do you feel fighting on the car with 80 your teammates? Does that like do your emotions go up and down when you watch guys win and lose, or does it kind of stay pretty steady? How does that work for you
Um.
back?
Well. I usually don't like watch their fights in the back, so it's I'm not sure how, like it's usually I'm like in the back, probably worrying about getting my hands wrapped and all that other stuff and doing that. So, but I do feel good when they come back and they're excited and they won. And but sometimes it's a little bumming when down when they come back. It's like if someone had lost or something like that. But for the
Yeah,
most part, I'm kind of focused on my fight.
I feel you. I was when I was fighting WMI, we had the roll of killers too, and
Yeah.
I always Mickey. Wow, I ratted Mickey out. Um, No one's watching right now. I mean, it's okay. No one's gonna know. It's not like all these people are watching. It's not like it's
Mm,
live and posted anywhere. Anyways, I when I was like you and fighting, not like you, I was never like as good as you. But when I was fighting, like when people won or lost, my emotions go way up or way down. I feel it in the back. I was really
yeah.
empathetic to the people fighting, and I had a hard time with that. Like I get really low when people lost. I'd be really high when
Mm,
people won. Like my heart would go up and go down and go up and go down, and made me
mm,
have a hard time warming up sometimes. Sometimes enough that I would like leave the locker room and go somewhere else and warm up.
yeah.
Um, uh, I don't know. Like it's always interesting to me to listen to other people and what they do to warm up and not warm up. Um, so tell us a little about yourself. I know about it, but some of the fans don't. What do you do for a living? Are you a full-time fighter or what do you do?
Um, I'm I work as a machinist. I work with you at OSC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
so
train, video game guy, and how much more? I was just by That's why I'm kind of late to the thing. I was getting my ass kicked in Mortal Kombat. And I looked at the time. I'm like, oh shit.
that's okay. You're the main eventer. We gotta wait for you.
Yeah,
You rose up through the ranks far enough that we have to wait for you. You play Mortal
yeah.
Kombat. What else you play?
Uh, I've been playing Spider-Man and uh the new Spider-Man that came out. I sometimes play Call of Duty. What else? What else? Oh, that fuck, I can't. Lives of P. Lives
Lies
of
of
P.
P?
The
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
yeah. James is all about that. Mickey said
yeah,
Mortal Kombat is mid Tekken. Is mid Tekken is better. Tekken comes out this Thursday for all you
yeah.
video game fans. Yeah, Tekken be out Thursday. I picked that up. I'm so glad you got PlayStation 5 finally.
Mm, yep,
That Spider-Man game is off the chain. I like it a lot.
it is. Yeah.
What's that other game you're trying to get me to play with you and Pat? You and Afro Pat.
Oh, For Honor.
For Honor. Don't play that.
Yeah,
They're gonna team up on you and kill you.
yeah, yeah. I'm still not that great in that game, but it's fun to play with Afro Pat though.
Yeah, but Afro Pat's a cool guy. He was
Yeah,
back in town for New Year's. What was it like to train with him? I mean, you guys started together. You guys were like tight. It was good to see you. I always loved training with
yeah.
you guys. Like we kind of were like the team misfits, and we're all over the place training. And what
Mm.
was it like to come back and train with him after he was in Vegas training?
It was cool seeing training with him. See him again.
Did he pick anything up while he was down in Vegas that you learned, or
Huh?
did he pick anything up in Vegas that you learned from him, or
Uh, Not really. His grappling's gotten much better.
yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
did. I rolled him too,
yeah.
like injured, and it's definitely much better. Did you
Mhm.
guys do any striking training at all, or did just on New
No,
Year's? Oh, it was just New
no, just
Year's.
on the New Year's. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Mm.
Um, so we at New Year's Eve Integrity we host open mat and we were there. We rolled in on New Year's, and
Mhm.
so Derek was rolling. I know you're stand up guy. I was just thinking like how funny it would have been to give you the belt for winning the tie fight. Like I just thought that was
Yeah,
perfect. That's kind of like how we roll.
yeah. Mhm.
So you
So
work
grapple.
40 hours a week. I know that because I'm kind of the boss. And then
Mm.
you how many hours a week do you train on top of that?
Uh, I train like 2, 3, 4 hours every day. I
So you're
try to
putting
every
in
day. Every here and
yeah.
there, I'll take a day off. But
So putting in like 15 hours during the week. How many on the weekends? Same like 3 hours on weekends too?
yeah, about that. Yeah.
I don't think that's entirely true.
No.
No, because you come out on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's almost 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Longer. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I said.
So
Yeah.
you train about 21 to 22 hours a week, maybe longer. maybe a little bit later if you're just rolling because you're playing video games, but about 21 hours a week. So that's like 60, 70-hour weeks you're putting in training and fighting. That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
What's your goal as a pro? Is it to make a living, or what is your end goal?
Really, I just want to keep fighting. Wherever it takes me, wherever it takes me, it takes me. You know, I like to. I don't know. As far as I don't know. I mean, I
It's a
just want.
tough.
I like doing it, and I want to keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. And wherever it takes me, I'll go. So whether
Man,
that be, I don't know, whether
you
I get an opportunity to fight in big shows or whatever. But
I think you get opportunity to find a big show if we keep stringing these wins
yeah,
together, dude.
yeah,
You started out a little bit early. You had a rough beginning of your career.
hmm
You your pro career didn't start out that great. Like man, like
no,
1 second left, you went up a weight class to turn pro, right? Which
yeah,
is something we agreed on. And I
mm,
thought, like it was a tough matchup, but you wanted to be pro,
yeah,
and we did exactly what we needed to do. We got that guy tired. He was so tired, and
yeah,
1 second left. Like I thought the match was. I was so mad. I was in there fighting with the ref, and like Dubs
yeah,
grabbing me, and like, but I was wrong. It was really like right before the bell. Then
mhm,
we had the win that wasn't a win. Then we had the Patterson fight down in PA, which
mhm.
dude, like you caught him on the feet too, and
Mhm.
now we got this one. And man, every one of your fights you look dominant on the feet. Your jiu-jitsu is getting better too. What are you looking to fight more? More stand-up fights or more grappling fights? Like
Um, I
what are you looking for?
I want to do just I want to fight. I'll do whether it's kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA. I want to get on the the February card, the KOTC or not KOTC. What is it?
LFA?
LFA. Yeah, I want to get on that one. And have depend. If this fight goes well. But I want to fight there as well. So I just want to keep fighting.
Yeah, I love it, man. You're so quiet and
Yeah.
like because you don't like put out there, oh, I'm gonna be in the UFC, I'm gonna do this. Like sometimes people don't realize how good you are and like how hard you really train. You're really quiet. Who just put your nose to the grindstone. As weird as that saying is, like I don't know why anyone would do that. Like that would fuck your shit up. But um, you just go out, you do everything you need to do. You're at every practice. You do what you're supposed to do. You take care of your teammates, and you go out and you perform. And you have been performing. Like I think at first, right at that near the end of your amateur career, you were unsure when you went out there. Sometimes your fights would be like, "Oh man, which Derrick is going to show up?" But since you went pro, I think you've come out every fight and you've really proven that you're ready to go. What do you attribute that change to?
I don't know. Maybe just going through. I don't know. Just going through the amateur ranks and getting more experience and just going through it all. And I don't know. Mm.
Do you feel like fighting at home is some part to do with that? I've like every time you fought at Riverworks, dude, you looked phenomenal. Um, the last fight of your amateur career, you looked great. The fight
Mm.
that you won that you lost, you look really good.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I'm sure this fight you're gonna look really good. Do you think that has something to do with being home and not having to travel, just being in front of your friends? What
Mm. I don't know. Maybe I just feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't know. Being around home and it's just easier because like Riverworks is like right around the corner from my house, or it's not too far. It's like literally like I'm like 5 minutes away from Riverworks, so I can
So when you
I
roll out
don't know.
late because you're playing Mortal Kombat, you can make it there before it's over.
Yeah, yeah.
Was your first KO win out of town in Rochester?
My first KO win?
Yeah.
I believe I was out of town.
Was it? That wasn't
Yeah.
Rochester, was it? Wasn't that PA?
No, I
Or
had
was
a
it Rochester?
TKO win in Ohio somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won the title in Rochester, Mickey. He didn't. That was a decision, right? Oh
What's that?
yeah, Mom jumped in.
Yeah,
Mom jumped in.
that was yeah.
I just gotta say, so um, Derrick's mom is awesome. She comes to almost all his fights. She's always there. I try and take her out to dinner after. You have so much support. It's great to see that your family comes out, man. And I think that's one of the things that makes you such a good person is your family is there for you. And like, thank you so much for being there, Mrs. Patterson or Mrs. Jackson or Mrs. D. We appreciate. I appreciate the man they turned D into, and it's really good to see you watching him. That's a good segue to put in. If you want to buy tickets, you should buy tickets from a fighter. And this fighter's last name is Patterson. So to give him credit for the tickets, when you buy tickets, go to summary. For the promo code, put in K4 Patterson. So Patterson. If you're just listening on Audible. So K4 Patterson is spelled just like it sounds, 2 T's. What percent of ticket sales do you get?
I believe 20.
20?
20%.
Yeah, so definitely hook Derek up so he gets some money. It doesn't cost you guys anything, so it only costs Keith money. So it only costs the promoter money. He just that means he gets a little bit less from tickets, and the fighter gets a little bit more money. So you're not like costing yourself anything. You do gotta put your name in and stuff, but you gotta do that to get the tickets anyways. So help a guy out and make sure that you put in K4 Patterson. Who do you think is going to have the best performance of the night? Obviously, besides yourself on the card from WNY.
I don't know. We got like 8 people fighting.
Yeah. You got 7 besides yourself. So running down the list, we have Brandon Hay, we have Dylan Tharp, we have Malik, we got Alyssa, we got Todd Banks, we got Aiden, and yourself. And Abbas. I skipped over Abbas. I'm sorry.
I don't know. They're all gonna have pretty good fights. They're all gonna need training. Hmm. I don't know. They're all gonna do great.
Who gives you the toughest time when you spar? I don't
The
know. All the
toughest?
guys fighting. You can't say none of them. You gotta give me an answer.
Yeah. Probably Dylan. Probably Dylan Tharp.
Is this clinch
He's
as good as it
really
looks?
good, yeah. Huh?
Is this clinch as good as it looks?
His clinch is pretty good, but he has really how I say it, he's his punches, like he's really good with like not telegraphing his punches. He's like really like they're like short and like right where they need to be, and sometimes a lot of times, and he really likes to get in close and stuff like that. And sometimes he cuts me off when I'm like angling out. So
Man, that's pretty impressive. It's hard to cut you off.
yeah.
You get that little slidey style. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like you're moving so very fast at all, and then you're just not there. It's
Yeah.
man, if you watch Derek fight, it looks like, oh man, why don't they just move and hit him? But it is so hard to do that. You float away. That's why I like the silent assassin because you're like just appear and then they're knocked out, and you don't say much. So it worked out. I always think it's cool. I always think you're a sniper. You kind of remind me like almost like the Anderson Silva style where he's like whoop, and then you hit him and they're gone. You know, not the style where he's being all goofy and like crazy, but like when he goes to finish, like that's kind of how you fight the whole time. You're Anderson without all the theatrics. and
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
How did a mild-mannered kid like you, like you're probably like the most well-behaved fighter I know. Um, how did you get into fighting?
I don't know. I've been watching it at a very young age. I've watched what? I can't remember the fight. No. It was and the first pay-per-view I bought was well, first pay-per-view I watched was Anderson Silva and versus Forrest Griffin. And
Oh man,
I don't think I missed a pay-per-view since. No, I haven't missed a pay-per-view since. So I've been following the sport for a very long time.
wow. The very
Yeah.
first UFC I saw live was Hoist Gracie, the one where he beat uh I saw UFC 2. I can't Pat Smith when he beat Pat Smith, and I've missed a few since then, but not too many.
Yeah.
It's been a long love affair for me too. I'm not quite as nice
Mhm.
as you though, so people can understand why I fought. Like, but you're
Yeah.
that's such a good kid, man. Like, it's so crazy that you're such a good fighter. Like, you'd think you'd be terrible for as nice as you are.
Yeah.
What's your training philosophy with your partners? I also noticed that you hit very lightly in practice, but like
Yeah.
it's not because you can't hit harder. You definitely get stiff when people get stiff with you. Like you take the
Yeah.
level to them, but you do a very good
Yeah.
job protecting your partners. What's led you to spar like that, and what are your thoughts on sparring? What should sparring really be like?
Yeah. I'm never really sparring to really hurt anybody. The only time I will turn it up if I get hit like hard. Someone hits me hard and then I'm gonna hit you back hard, you know. But I usually just there to work and not really, d- not really trying to hurt anybody, but I feel like sparring is just to try to get better,
Right. So how hard do you think guys should be hitting each other in a spar?
Not that hard.
Not that hard.
Like maybe like 50, 60%. That doesn't mean you have to spar slow, but just not like, and if you do accidentally hit someone like a little hard, just kind of like acknowledge it and be like, all right, my bad, I didn't mean to hit you that hard or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people can understand it. When you say 50%, Derek's moving like you would move at fight speed. Well, maybe slightly slower, but pretty close to that. And the punches are still coming out fast, and he just has enough control that they're hitting you at 50, 60% power. Not that you're moving 50,
Mm.
60% speed. So you're still moving 100% speed, and you're laying in 50, 60%. Do you think that's the ideal way to spar, or do you think you do need to get those hard rounds in every now and then?
Uh, every now and then, I guess, for like if like I don't know. I feel like I can see how some people would like want to get, just they would want to spar a little bit harder, just just to get like that fight feel.
Yeah.
So it's not, but maybe not too many of those rounds, or maybe like closer to not so close to the fight or something like that. You
Yeah.
know, but I can see
I
how people would want to be that, but I would say if you're like that type of person, you just communicate with the person you're sparring with.
I'm gonna be at 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. Just let them know, like, hey, I'm going a little hard today. Fights
Yeah,
coming up or something like that.
yeah. I think I should not spar that hard before a
Yeah,
fight. You should not be Sean Strickland getting a bloody nose the week of the fight.
yeah,
You should definitely be protecting yourself. Um,
yeah,
I do think you need hard rounds training leading up to it, but I think by
yeah,
about 3 weeks out, you should be pretty back down to like 80, 90% of the body and the legs and like 20, 30% of the head, man. Like the
yeah.
head needs
You
to
don't want
be
to go in.
cleared. Yeah, no
Yeah,
one
you don't
like
want to go in concussed and
yeah.
taking a lot of
I
shots.
I always think that we should be going like almost 80-90% to the legs and body all the time because our bodies do need to be conditioned and we do need to be able to take that pain, but you can't condition your brain. You can only make it worse. So the problem when you do that is you kick someone really hard and then they're trying to crack you in the head really hard. So
Yeah.
like it takes a lot of communication with your training partners to be able to pull that off. But I think that would be the ideal way to spar.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So do you got any sponsors for this fight?
I do not.
Man, we gotta get you some sponsors. We're gonna continue to work on that. How many of your family are gonna be there this time?
A lot. They I guess they put out a bit of a flyer on Facebook, and then really there's a lot of people getting tickets and stuff like that. So probably a lot.
Nice. That's really, really awesome. I saw some of that
They
on your mom's Facebook page, like her organizing some of that. And then make sure if you guys are going to get the pay-per-view, if you guys are watching this, because I know Derek's fans, some of them are going to get the pay-per-view. If you're going to get the pay-per-view, it's at k4fighting.tv. Don't fall for any of those scam sites. They're going to come up. They're going to pop on you. This is the place to get it. There's only one place to get the pay-per-view and hear my beautiful voice. It's k4fighting.tv. All right, so make sure you guys don't get pulled in by all the links. It's even going to come from Facebook pages are K4 Fighting, but it's spelled different. So don't fall for it. There's a lot of scammers coming out, and they listen to Derek's phone on Google, so they're gonna be all over all Derek's stuff. Yeah. It was funny. We were just talking at work today about Google, how Google knows everything Derek was talking about and researching, even the incognito mode stuff.
Yeah. Google's always listening to people talk. That's crazy.
Did you try any of the terrorist talk?
No.
You want no charges?
Yeah, I want to make it to the fight. Maybe.
Oh man. You've been at the gym for a really long time. What would you credit the resurgence of WNY in the local community? Like you guys are starting to take shows over again. For a while it was like a hit or miss. Now you guys are like firing all cylinders. You're the main event. Like your whole team is like all over the card and you're finishing off, you're closing it out for the team. Why is WNY gotten so good?
Um, I don't know. We got new coaches. Felipe, he's doing a great job with us, and I don't know. We we just got a lot of fighters in who train really hard and come in and take the classes, do the work, and I don't know.
You were there for the old days,
Yeah.
right around when I left, and you're there for the new days. What has changed that you guys really look out for each other? Everyone like loves you guys. Like you're always talking good things about each other. When I was there, like people were talking shit behind each other's backs, even like on public things like that. They were like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, like you know what I mean? Like it's different now. What's made that different?
I don't know. I don't. I don't know. We just come in, train, and work hard and fight.
Yeah, that's
I
that's what
don't
you've always done. Even in the old days, Derek didn't fuck around. Derek was like coming in. Him and Pat were training. We get sparring. We made sparring sessions on Fridays and people wouldn't come. Remember, like it was tough
Yeah.
to even get sparring sometimes. And
Yeah.
now you guys are all over that shit. Like no one's taking it easy. Like
Mhm.
it's good to see. It really is good to see.
Mhm.
D was there for some of that, dude. You forgot how long D's been there. D's has
I,
been
I
there forever.
I don't remember that, but I
What's
was
that?
there, but I never really got into it. So
Yeah, Derek's not the kind of guy that ever messed around.
yeah.
He's always training really hard. What do you think about jujitsu?
What do you mean?
Do you like jujitsu or you like striking better?
Yeah. Yeah. I like jujitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen you compete like I don't know before COVID now. Seems like a long time since you've been on the mat competing. Do you think we're ever going to see you compete in jiu-jitsu again?
What's that?
Are you ever going to compete in jiu-jitsu again?
Oh yeah, when's the next tournament thing?
Uh,
I don't. I'd rather do submission only, but
yeah, the
I
next
don't. I don't really know the rules to the competitions really.
April
I'm
6th.
usually only trying to go for submission, but
Derrick didn't even know the rules. So Derrick was a
I
white
did
belt,
not.
and he signed up for blue belt because you have to be blue belt to do nogi for the Riverworks tournament. And Derrick went out there and he was like choking the dude out like seconds left, and he ended up losing the match, but he finished in a choke, dude. And he was always chasing it, and that was awesome at white belt that you were blue belt on the ropes, dude. Like 10 more seconds,
Yeah.
you definitely would have finished that guillotine. It was so tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know I didn't really know the rules to like the sweeps and all that.
Derek didn't even know how to score points. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, the next tournament is going to be April 6th. It's in Fredonia. It's highest end. It's not like the other tournaments. There's not all crazy rules. You get
Yeah.
1 point for getting an advantage position. You get 1 point for getting to a neutral position, and you get 1 point for a takedown. So first 3 minutes, no points. The next 2 minutes, points, and then the winner of overtime is first takedown wins.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like kind of your style. All submissions are legal, heel hooks, everything from
Yeah.
white to black. So there's nothing illegal. It's the crazy. It's like the Lockport rules tournament. Mike Schultz would love it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
When did you
that's
say that was again?
that's April 6th. So if you
April
don't got
6th.
any fights around that time, that'd be a good one to do.
Yeah.
I'll be there for a little bit. It's also
Yeah.
FCP is that day. So FCP and
Mhm.
Caster Cones are both also on that day.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to be there until I have to leave for the fights because I'm trying to get Butch a fight too on that day, and then Tyler probably fight, and then whoever else we can get on the card. Trying to get Cam some fights too.
Hmm.
So
Gotcha.
it'll be good. I wish Cam would come and get some more work with you. He's
Hmm.
another kid that would do really well with you. Not, I mean, learn from
I
you, not
definitely.
like do with you,
I
fight with
definitely.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction for this fight?
Mm, I don't know. Maybe KO. I'm going for KO. So
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Head kick?
gonna.
Punch?
Either or.
Yeah. I don't know how much I
Maybe.
should go into what I think
Can
about
you?
this fight. What's that?
Oh
Can,
yeah.
can,
I think you can. You can fly a knee, right? In K1.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yeah, okay. Maybe
pro.
that.
Don't, as long as you don't fly and guillotine them, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
That jumping guillotine you do is not going to work in your fight, I promise you.
Yeah.
You will get DQ'd even if you tap him out. I will give you a submission. If you do submit him in your pro kickboxing fight, I will give you the $100 submission of the night, no matter what else happens during the night. I promise you
Yeah. Yeah.
that. Hmm.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Caveman's Corner, we give away $100 for knockout of the night, which Derek is in the run to win. We give away $100 for submission of the night, which you probably should not win, but if you do, I'll still give you $100. I don't care. And
Yeah.
fight of the night, where both opponents get $100 for participating in the fight of the night. How many rounds is your fight?
3.
3?
It's 3.
So 3 threes. Closing out the night with 3 threes. That's pretty good.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Matt gets better every round. He's like Greg the Hammer Valentine. I don't know if you watched wrestling in the old days. He starts out slow. He's really durable, and he just keeps picking it up, picking it up, picking it up. So
Mm.
hopefully you can get that knockout early and get out of there early, take no damage, fight again next month. That would be really good to see. I
That's
would like
good.
to do one of these podcasts with you. Like it's real disjointed because we're kind of like far away. I'd like to do one at Integrity if you're fighting in LFA, and like we'll roll, we'll film it, and then we'll just sit down and we'll talk on the wall, so it'll be a little bit more natural. What do you think? All right, and then we'll really start pushing your fights. Man, I think you're one of the best pros in the area. I think you're probably the best pro striker that's in the area that fights MMA. Like I don't know, Alex is like pretty a little bit ahead of you, like as far as like striking, where he is in his career. But I think you can be as good as Alex. Like you could be that high level pro in striking too, and your wrestling and your jiu-jitsu is just getting better and better and better. Like I want to promote you as much as I can. You're kind of quiet. You don't get a lot of hype behind you, and like I want to take the podcast and everything I can do and help you get out there a little bit more. And I think we get you really relaxed sitting around after you beat me up, and then it'll be a lot easier for you to talk.
Yeah.
All right. Any last words for the K4 fans?
Come out, support. That's about it.
And put in promo code K4 Patterson to make sure Derrick gets credit for the ticket sales.
Yeah, do that.
Definitely do that.
Too.
I gotta tell you guys, if you watch Derrick's podcast, you're gonna be surprised by how fast he moves in the cage. He is phenomenal. This fight is gonna be one of the best on the card. The fight before it is gonna be wild and it's gonna be like aggressive. The Chuckworthy fight is gonna be these two guys are gonna go at each other. They're gonna be fast going at each other, not make as many angles. This Derrick Patterson Matt Valencia fight is gonna be high level striking, and you're gonna see something special. Just watch the way Derrick moves. Derrick moves so clean, and Matt Valencia, he's really good too. And this is one of the better fights that K4 has put on in a very very long time. It's really a high level pro fight, and I promise you, it's worth every penny that you spend on tickets. With that, I think we're gonna get out of here for tonight. Me and Derrick gotta get up early. We gotta be at work in like 7.5 hours. So with that, guys, have a great night. Thanks for watching, Mickey. We miss you. I'm glad you're not punching me in the face anymore because you look a little bit fat. I'm just kidding. You look a little bit bigger than you used to be, and I don't like to get punched in the face. All right, guys, we're out of here. Make sure you support Caveman's Corner. Like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Like and subscribe to all the other Caveman's Corner stuff. We're out of here.